It's your girl, and we are here, the Lavish Life magazine with Vina Love on Pep Talk.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
This is how we do it uptown. Come on.
Vina Love is in the building once again. She stopped by Pep Talk. Yeah. Here to talk about all that greatness she got going on, I must say. I'm D Molay, and this is another Pep Talk. We here kicking it with the lovely Vina Love. What's good, my sis? Talk to us.
Hi, what's going on? I'm good. I'm
Man,
great.
you
I'm
looking
great.
good. You're looking good. I
Thank
must
you.
say. I must say. Let me let some
Thank
people
you.
in. Let some people in. Thank you guys for chiming in, and thank you guys for tuning in. We here with the fabulous, lovely Vina Love. She stopped by Pep Talk to kick it with us today.
hmm
What's going on with you, sis? Talk to us, man. How you been?
I'm well. I really can't complain, not even a little bit. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Everything's great.
Oh man, you looking great. Like I said once again, you're definitely looking good.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just jump right into it, man.
All right.
You got the buzzing new feature single with
Mm-hmm.
Grammy producer, world famous DJ Kid Capri. I must
Yes,
say,
sir.
your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that feeling like? The single is called Uptown. Talk to us about the
mm-hmm.
single. I mean, it's buzzing everywhere. Everybody is
Yes.
practically tuned in to everything. I see on social media, they loving it. Talk to
Mm-hmm.
us. Talk to us about the single.
Uptown is, first of all, just a full circle moment. I know for my dad because him coming up, like where he got lit at was in Harlem, and then his
Right.
daughter is born and raised in Harlem. So
Right.
I know for him, like just seeing me have my own career and we're like doing stuff in the town, like going to, do certain meetings and videos, and like people are stopping me. I know for him, it's like, wow, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
The song itself is for any neighborhood who has an uptown, like somewhere their stomping ground, somewhere they like, they got all their cultural vibes from it, just
Yes.
everything that it took to make them them. So for us, Uptown is like a party, is a celebration. It feels like, you know, we did all this work and now we could give back to our communities. We could give the vibes to our communities. So it
Right.
feels really good to, be doing this side by side with my dad.
Oh man, I must say it looks good to see you guys together.
Thank you.
But you know, I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't listen to some of the quotes and some of the things the fans are saying. You know,
hmm
let's if people some people are asking why now, why the single
hmm
now with your dad starting, to do things with him.
hmm
You know
I
what
feel
triggered this?
Well, I mean, honestly, it was a very simple kind of situation. Like he was like, "Yo, I'm doing my album.
Uh-huh.
I got this song. I want you on the song. I'm sending it to you right now. Do something and send it back." I was like, "Okay." I was in the studio. I was like, "All right, no problem." I
Yeah.
heard it. I did something. I sent it back, and like that was it. Like it wasn't this whole like, "Okay, are we ready to make music together? Are we ready?" Like it really wasn't that. It was really simple. I think I'm not gonna say I got over, but I kind of like moved past, I don't want to work with my dad. I want to do it on my own. I feel like I kind of
Right.
did that part already. So it's like,
Right.
okay, we can do a song. Like it's not that serious. It's not
Yeah.
nothing crazy. So yeah, it just ended up working out on its own naturally.
Oh man, naturally, I must say, you two together.
hmm
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've listened to a lot of duets,
hmm
and a lot of duets they do it for me. But your you two collaboration, I must say, everybody's a king when the kid come around. Everybody's a king,
Yeah.
and then you coming in with the,
hmm
everybody can
Yep.
sing with Vina. Until
Yep.
Vina Love comes around, and I must say, this dynamic duel that you guys have is phenomenal, man. It's dope.
Thank
I like
you.
to see stuff like that. I applaud stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Talk to us about the video. How the video
Mhm.
concept came about.
So the video, everything about this whole process was very simple because it's just what we already do. Like my dad already DJs, he does these big parties. Okay, Davina, I'm DJing here. Come get dressed and come over here and we're gonna tape it. Okay, no problem.
Another
Whatever.
spontaneous moment.
Yeah, like all right, no problem. And then like down to the shots of us in Harlem, it's like
Right.
these are regular things we do, regular places we go to. Like it's not, it was just very just simple. I don't really know
Yeah.
how else to explain it.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Yeah.
very simple and authentic and just fun. And me and my dad are a vibe together, like just in general. So
Right.
it was really fun. It was really, really fun.
Now the cost the I mean, is it hard working with your dad? Is he's like, is he's like one of
Mhm.
those bossy types like, nah, we gotta do it this way because I'm Kid Capri.
Um,
And is he just more
hmm.
laid back and fun to work with? If you could be
I say
honest.
I'll say both. Like my dad is both. I'm very bossy too, and
Right.
obviously I get it from him. um, I just like things to the T, but my dad trusts me a lot. Like he's very when it come to me, like if I say something, it's like, you think so? All right, that's that. Like he's very like,
Right,
he
right, right.
believes in what I say. So it makes everything easy. I think on a creative aspect, um, we haven't explored too much creatively together.
Right.
So I feel like I'll know in that moment. I'll know how bossy he really, really is.
Right, 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 right. That's dope. That's super dope. I mean, I see at the end of the day, you spoke, well, I don't see, but I heard you speak about Harlem and
Mhm.
how it was important for you guys to shoot this in Harlem and your dad was a,
Yes.
talk to us about how Harlem is actually gravitating to you guys with the new single. What's the vibe like with Harlem?
I mean, Harlem is full of people that want to dance, they want to feel good, they want to vibe out.
Yes.
And I'm not getting any negative reaction at all. Like everything I hear is like, yo, that song with you and your pops is fire. Like
It is.
older people, like really young kids, like if I'm
Mhm.
outside and I see like some kids getting out of school, it's like, we heard your new song, we love it. Like everything is just so positive. And that was the
Right.
point of the song. Like even if you don't know all the words, when you hear the beat, it's gonna make you want to dance, it's gonna make you feel good. So to be from Harlem and be in Harlem and hear people saying like, "Yo, we love the song," is a wonderful
Mhm.
feeling.
Oh, yes. It's definitely a wonderful feeling, I must say.
Mhm.
Talk to us about the dances. I see you got a couple of dances in the video, and then you got one main guy. Is he
Yes,
a familiar dancer? Who's that?
yes. OnStar is one of my closest friends. For a very long time, actually, I was on Growing Up Hip Hop with OnStar also,
Okay.
and OnStar has been making a name for himself since we were children. He's always been what he is right now is how he's always been a very spiritual, cool, loving, and hardworking guy, and very talented.
Right.
So when it was time to do the video, we were trying to figure out who we wanted to put in it. We had so many options, of course. Like shout out to the entire Light Feet community. Um, there were many options, but we wanted to go with children who,
Okay.
are
Yeah.
trying to make a name for themselves.
Hmm.
And we wanted to at least have one pioneer in the light feed community. And I felt like OnStar was like the perfect person. Him and my dad have a great relationship also. So it just worked out perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. I see, man. He was in a lot of clips. That was dope
Hmm.
clips, and I see you got the little kids there dancing in the background.
Hmm.
Harlem has been a very, how can I say, and they embrace what I would call the culture. The culture,
Yes.
whether it's dancing, music, whatever it is, Harlem has always been the Renaissance place where
Yes.
you can actually, if you really want to be in tune, all you got to do is go to Harlem for
Hmm.
a couple of weeks and
Yep.
stay there. They'll tell you
Yep.
what's in tune.
They'll
Um,
tell you.
they'll definitely tell you what's hot, what's in
Yeah.
tune, blah blah blah. Talk to us about the fashion and the looks. Are you in tune with all the looks, or you have somebody to actually choreograph that for you? What's that
Yes.
situation like?
I mean, I'm in tune with all the looks, but I'm also I'm like two different people. I'm Vina Love, but I'm also like Davina and Davina. Once Vina Love goes off and everything that needs to be taken care of is taken care of, I'm very into my creative mode. I'm very into the things that make me happy and feel good. So I definitely pass on some jobs to other people when I'm not in the mood for it.
That's
But and
that.
also too, I'm not a shopper. Like I don't like to get up and go shopping. Like that's
Right.
not a vibe for me. So my mom is my stylist and she handles my everyday today
Shout out to
wardrobe.
Maul, man. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to my
Maul.
mama.
Yes.
But yeah, she definitely handles every time you see me dressed somewhere, it was
Yeah.
her. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
shout out to my
Okay.
mama.
The looks be on point, I must say.
Thank you.
You ever considered modeling?
Yes, we doing that now. I actually have to walk in a fashion show next week. And if you look on my Instagram, I posted a video like 2 posts
Oh,
ago,
uh-huh.
of me walking in a fashion show. So
Okay, okay. That's super
mhm.
dope. That's super dope.
Thank you.
We gotta keep our ears to that, man. It's definitely. If you just tuned in, man, we're here with Vina Love. She stopped by Pep Talk to kick it. This is why it's called Pep Talk, because we kick it with our family. We applaud our
Mhm.
family coming on the show.
Yes,
You know, this is the second time she's been on the show. This is the second time, and hopefully we can get her back on that digital cover.
absolutely,
Get you back on
absolutely.
that digital cover. You feel me?
Hmm.
I think it would be super dope to have you, because at the end of the day, you got the looks, you got the sound, you got
Hmm.
everything in collabo. That Lavish Life magazine applause.
Thank
You do.
you.
You do. Let's talk. Let's talk about. Let me see. Let me see. Let's get into. Let's get into. We spoke of what. You know what I want to know? What's the vibe
Hmm.
like in the studio with Dad? That's what I want to know.
Um,
That's my question.
it's very calm. Like I listen, he listens. We speak a little bit, listen some more, speak a little bit. It's very calm. Like
Oh,
the way my dad is with like on social media, like his aggression and everything. I
yeah.
don't get that side of him.
So y'all don't have moments? Come on. I know y'all have
No,
moments.
we definitely have moments.
Oh.
Yes, we definitely have moments. We most definitely have moments, but for the most part, it's always very calm. Like it's not like we have these like big drawn out dramatic
Yeah.
moments often. Like we really don't.
Right.
It's
Right.
very calm.
That's dope. That's dope. I like to hear that.
Hmm.
I know, because, sometimes, I don't know, astronomy, if you want to say signs. I'm a
Hmm.
Cancer, you're a Capricorn. Sometimes the signs don't mix, and, you be places with people, you be like, this is not working out
Hmm.
right now. We
Yeah,
bumping heads. And I know that
yeah.
can tendency happen. That can definitely
Hmm.
happen.
Well,
I mean,
luckily, me and my dad are both air signs, so that's good.
you guys are what? Both what?
We're both air signs. My dad's on Aquarius. His birthday's on Monday, and I'm a Libra. My birthday's October.
Oh, that's dope.
Hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah,
So,
so very flowing.
yeah, very laid back too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the actual single again. I want to get back on the single Uptown.
Hmm.
Um, is there gonna be a album that your dad is releasing?
Yes, he's releasing his album on Monday, on his birthday, actually.
Ooh,
This
okay.
Monday. The album is coming out this Monday. Um, and it's exciting to see him so excited about what he's doing. Like
Right.
if you are a fan of my father and you've heard like any of his old mixtapes, if you've ever heard like his diss track to Doo Wop and like just
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
to see him tapping back into that and really having fun and caring really about that, having fun
That's dope.
is just amazing because I'm in the same boat. Like I've scratched 3 albums. I'm like constantly recreating. I'm constantly like trying to find something else about what I do for a living to love. Not that you stop loving it, but you kind of get into a circle. You kind of get into this like reoccurring,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
work of business and just
Right.
all that stuff. So it's hard to keep the creative part of you passionate and alive. So to see him really going in and enjoying this is such inspiration for me. So I'm really excited for him. So
Yeah.
Monday, you will get that album. Never know what to expect. It's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
Let's talk more. Let's talk more about you. You got a new single, Options,
Mhm.
coming up soon, right?
Yes.
New single. Let's talk about this new single. Let's talk about what is it all? Can you talk about the title of your debut
Yes.
album? Okay, let's
Yes.
get into that. Let's talk about options. Talk to us about it.
So Options is a song that I made in 2016. So when you hear it, it's like it almost gives me like my vintage vault in a sense, like my
Okay.
vintage songs that I made a while ago. So it's from 2016, written 2016, produced all of that back then. Even down to the mixing is all back then. So when you hear it, it has that very like grunge rough feel to it, and I'm just so in love with that because it's raw. The
Oh,
song
okay.
itself is about as women, I feel like we try to put ourselves in these like places of like, okay, we want to do this right, or we
Yeah.
don't want to do nothing right at all. Like,
Right.
and it doesn't have to be that. Like, you could literally be in your glow, be the woman you want to be, enjoy the things that are coming to you and that you're working for. But you have options. You can be by yourself. You can date multiple men. You can date multiple women. You can not date at all and just be around your friends. Like, we literally have options on whatever it is that we want to do. And when it comes down to men, we have that too. And I feel like we don't like to say that because we don't want to be looked at as, you know, I don't know if I could curse on here, but anything negative.
Okay.
We don't want to seem loose. We don't want to seem loose or anything like that. But it's just because you're dating multiple people, it doesn't mean that you're sexually active. And even if so, that's your business. It's
That's
your
right.
option. You can
That's
do
right.
whatever it is you want. So that's what this song is, to motivate women into being okay with whatever place they're in their life. Like, and to let these men know, like, I'm the prize. Like, you want me when I say it goes. Like,
That's
that's how this is supposed to work. Hello. So yeah, that's the point of the song, in all humor as well.
right.
And the video is just to be, when the video does release, which I actually directed myself. I'm really excited for
Okay.
everybody to see. It's supposed to be empowering. Like, you're supposed to be seeing me looking good, feeling good, glowing good. And that's what we're encouraging to everyone else in the world, especially everything that has just happened. So
Yeah.
just, trying to share the good vibes.
Yeah, yeah, good vibes, I must say. You always give good vibes when you come up here. I
Thank
must
you.
say, when you come on Pep, that's why we are so happy to have you come on our platform because your vibe, your energy, it's a
Thank
winning
you.
energy. When you have energy like that, it's the energy that
Mm-hmm.
sets the room. I always say that.
Yep.
Walk in the room with those bad spirits and think people are gonna
Mm-mm.
not channel it. If my juju is working, I know I got that
Mm-hmm.
energy flowing. I can
Mm-hmm.
feel that. I can
Yep.
feel that. I can feel that. I see you love to have good energy and good people around you.
Yes.
Who's your
Yes.
favorite? And I, I hate to say this. Sometimes I tune in. I do peek in every
Mm-hmm.
now and then on
I like it.
Instagram, and I look at your page and I see you have these friends that are always around you. You want to talk
Mm-hmm.
about those friends? They're
Yes, I
very
love my
important.
friends.
They're so important to you.
Yes, I love my friends. And it took me a long time to get here, y'all. Like, I'm only 25, and I feel like I've lived the life of like a 40-year-old. Don't cut my throat, but seriously, like, I've been through so much. And the cutoff process for me, in terms of like having a set of people that you're around for a couple years and then having to cut them off and go to the next group. And like, I've done that so many times. And this time, um, felt the most felt the most authentic, and it felt the most rewarding in terms of like my mental health and my emotional health. Like, I was around people who cared about if I was waking up every day and what I was doing with my day. I was with people who constantly spoke life into me and only allowed me to speak life into myself. Like, if I was to drop something on the floor and I'm like, oh my God, you're so stupid. They hated that. Like, why are you calling yourself stupid? And it's
Wow.
little things like that that
Yeah.
start to alter your brain a little bit. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say these things about myself. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, you get accustomed to doing these negative things, and then you get
Right.
around people who are so positive, and they're able to tell you, like, no, this is not how we're doing things anymore. And that's what it was. And then they just so happen to be all musically inclined.
Wow.
And then they're not just musically inclined, they're like amazingly like, it's amazing to watch
That's
what
great.
they do and
Hmm.
how much they want me to be a part of everything. So it feels great. So shout out to the whole entire Alapacta family, ATF. I love you guys with all my heart. They have made these past couple of months for me amazing and have inspired me in so many ways. Capella Gray, Kanad, Please, Bearded. Even shout out to Dizzy Banko, Fergie Baby,
Yes,
my older
yes.
brother. He's an amazing rapper from Harlem. He's so dope. It's just so many people. Like I could name like people for days. There's
I
so
know you
many of
could.
us, and it's so
Yeah.
funny because I'm like, it's like 50 of us, and I'm like the only girl. So it's
Wow.
a full circle for me because I was
Yeah,
raised with 10 boys. So to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
see me be an adult and be protected and be loved and cared for as much as I am now, it's wonderful. It feels great. I love my friends.
Oh, dope, dope. I mean, you mentioned a couple of seconds back. I want to say first and foremost because you mentioned it. I want to say congratulations on the film, on your first filming
Yes.
your first music video rather.
It's so
With
crazy. It
Capella
wasn't my
Gray.
first one. It wasn't
Huh?
my first one.
It
It was
wasn't the
our
first.
first one.
Y'all
It
first.
was
You guys
yeah,
together one.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Congratulations on that. I must say. I
Thank
mean,
you.
that's
Thanks.
dope. We seen the video too. That video's pretty hot, man.
Yeah,
I
thank
like that.
you.
What was that
It
experience
was
like?
it was insane. First of all, like we are all so in tune with each other. And like you said, like you spoke about vibes, we feel that.
Mm,
And if a vibe, and it was really random too. Like that studio that you see us
yeah.
in, like that's a place that we were recording in for days prior
Yeah.
to us even shooting the video. They
Uh-huh.
made the song, I want to say 2 days before we even made the video. So
Wow.
it was a real sprung up thing. Like
Right.
he wasn't even supposed to be in Atlanta. He wasn't even supposed to be there. Like, I don't even
Right.
know. We ended up staying for 2 weeks and it was just like, yo, I'm making this song. Zay is out here because Zay lives in Cali and he's like, yo, we need to just shoot a video. I was like, okay, bet. So they were like getting it all together and everything. And then the day of, some things happened. You had to like, well, I had to fire a couple people because I don't like the,
Yeah.
weirdo stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so we ended up getting another videographer that exact night, probably like an hour before we started shooting.
Hmm.
And we had no treatment, we had nothing. And I just stood up, I was like, Kat, can I go into director mode? Because we have Alapec Films. So we're
Right.
making like short movies and things like that. And
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
directing over there.
Okay.
So I was just like, can I just get in director mode? He's like, do your thing. And from there, it was over. We just
Oh,
had a whole video. Like we just setting up scenes and just figuring it out. And then within 4 hours, not even maybe three, we had a whole video done. So it just worked out. It was like a beautiful mess that ended up working out so wonderfully. So
wow.
I'm
Wow.
thankful that he even trusts me to even, do it.
I like that. I like that.
Hmm.
Beautiful mess. it came
Yeah,
to it blossomed like
it
it
blossomed.
definitely did blossom. I must say because when we saw the video, we was like, wow, Vina, she on to something now. Hold on now. You put your hands everywhere. And that's what we like to
Yes.
see with young entrepreneur and young creators. We like to see
Hmm.
you put your hand, experiment a little bit because that's the only
Yeah.
way you're going to know if you found your niche or not.
Yep.
It's the only way you're going
And
to
if
know.
if you can make money in multiple places, why not?
Exactly, exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. So let's get back to this music thing. You talked about
Hmm.
Did you give us a title? You did give us a title of.
So the title of the album is Love Talk.
Okay.
I'm
Uh,
gonna drop a tape also called The Hood Marilyn Monroe. I think
ooh, I
that
like that
like
title.
yeah, it like captures who
Title's
I
fly.
am to the T.
Yeah, that title is fly.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm excited. Those are the two projects that I'm about to release. But I'll be honest because I'm really honest with my supporters. Like I'm an artist that I don't throw music out necessarily,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I make music that'll last forever. So I get to a point where it's like, okay, I have this album. Do I like this anymore? No, I don't. And I start to make a whole new album. So things hold off because I need to feel like whatever I'm giving to my supporters is everything that I'm feeling, everything that feels so good to me and I feel like they deserve to have. So I definitely take my time because I need it to be right. And it's a me thing.
Me thing. I must say, we're anticipating this me thing. I
Hmm.
know I am. I know a lot, thousands of people are because you have a large following. I
Yes.
know they definitely in tune and waiting for this project to drop.
Hmm.
We wanna definitely, definitely because your videos. I must say, when you put your videos out, I must say, it's something about the creativeness behind the videos that
Hmm.
make people be like, me personally,
Hmm.
you know. So I'm definitely, definitely all the way tuned in when I look at your videos and I see them. I be like, dang, man, this is really creative. A lot of stuff is definitely creative. Do you work with the same videographer?
I just actually switched to someone else. Before I was working with director Picasso, which we'll be doing short films together now.
Okay.
Moving on up from videos to movies
I
now,
love
as
it.
we
I
should.
love it. I love it.
Um, Now I work with a new videographer named Wave, and he's this really young guy. He's like just the reason why we work so well together is because it's just him. It's him alone and his camera. Like yesterday, we shot a video. We shot the rest of Options.
Okay.
The first video shoot day, it was me, him, and two of my assistants. No managers, no nothing, just us. We shot a whole video in like 2 hours. And then yesterday we did the same thing where it was just me and him and our like extras. And I like people that it's not complicated. It's
Right.
not
Right.
too much going on. Like I could say something to you, you understand what I'm saying, and you get it done. Like there's no back and forth. You're not trying to reiterate what I said to you. Like you're just
Right.
doing what needs to be done. And then after we do what I need to be done, I can allow you to be as creative as you want to after that. Like, let
Right.
me set the base and then you can go crazy because that's what we're here for. Obviously, I like you for a reason. You're
Right.
not just here to do what I want you to do.
That's
You're
right.
here to do what you do.
Right.
So I need the foundation to be good. And with Wave is just so simple. The same thing with director Picasso. He's just so he's into more cameras, more lights, more this, more that, because he's
His name
growing in his
speaks for
career.
itself, Picasso.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it works for him so well, which is why he's now about to be shooting movies with me and
Wow.
those kind of things because
Yeah.
you're ready. Like we're here now.
Yeah.
So with Wave is like a new grooming process because I have Amore Love Records. It's a new grooming process to, just figure out what directors need, figure out how they look at things and how they view their whole process. So it's wonderful to see both aspects, like to see Wave be as calm and chill as he is with his
Yeah.
one camera and just making movies with that one camera, and
Uh-huh.
to see another director who's been like just graduating every year. So I'm excited for both
That's
of them.
dope.
Really excited.
That's dope. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking about the new music and the new material, what's different from your past projects to right now, the Vina now? What's different in this music that you're putting out right now at the presence?
What's so crazy is when you hear songs like Options and you hear songs like Henny V, that's Vina Love. Like that's who I've always been. That's who I will always be. Um, and that was my beginning. I mean, Air came out around then, but Air was written for someone else. But like when it comes to me and what I like and what was for me, it's always been songs like, Henny V and Options.
Mm-hmm.
The space between those songs is where I was experimenting. Like, okay, what else can you do? What else are you good at musically? Like, how else, what other ways can you write? And do you like it? I like it. Not for me though. Those songs are songs I would like sell to people and like, things like that, or probably just revamp and all those kind of things. But we made enough music to really figure out like, okay, I don't want to sound like this. I want to sound like this. I want to talk about this. I want to feel like this. So I'm literally right now going back to who I was 4 years ago and just kind of like taking those 4 years and like just figuring out, distributing them to different places. Like that's really all it is. So I'm just going back to who I was, going back to my little group that I was and just enhancing it and going crazier with vocals, trying to get like before I was a singer, I was a poet. So just trying to get back into my poetry and like going back to, saying things metaphorically just as a singer, because it's so easy to be like ABC about everything because that's what everybody want to hear. Like you always hear all the time, like make it simple so I could go on the radio. And it's like, yeah, not every song though. Like, come on now. Like, so just trying to get back to, being as creative and making people think and making people feel as much as possible alongside making them want to dance and making them feel like, good vibes. And, and Capella Gray actually has like this, I'm going to call it a challenge, but he has a challenge where artists, he wants everybody, their next 4 or 5 songs to be positive songs where you're saying something positive. You're not talking about something negative and you're not talking about something that hurts you. You're talking about something that makes you feel good. If you have somebody that you like, just talk about that. Like it doesn't have to be so negative and so just just something so bad all the time. So that's where I'm at with it, and just trying to get back into when I say get back, it's because I was falling into that hole of constantly singing about negative things because that's all
Right.
that was around us.
Right.
So now I'm getting back into, writing positively and just like loving love and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Right. Speaking about love, I'm gonna
Mhm.
jump into it. The single you put out, I guess it was 3 months. NFS.
Mhm.
NFS. I want to talk about NFS because you said you spoke about love, you spoke about those things, and NFS. I mean, you really.
Mhm.
I'm. I'm. Men, when they listen to some of your songs and lyrics, they be like, "What the hell he do?" You know what I mean? Oh, what the hell
Yeah.
this person do to her? Why is she so? You know what I mean? Like a lot of your lyrics, you be like, "Dang, it sucks to be him."
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Is it?
Very
This
true.
is, I'm just saying, honestly. So, is it really, really like to the point where and we all get fed up. We know we all get fed up
Right.
in relationships and things of that
Mhm.
nature. But in your lyrics, they say if you want to know somebody like an artist, you can listen to the lyrics and see how real they are. They speak volume
Yeah.
through their lyrics, and you speak a lot of volume through your lyrics. Is that what
Yeah.
you is it? I think we spoke about this last time when you was up here. Is that like something you do? Like you go in your corner and you be like, "Yo, this nigga fucking up right now." Let me put a song. Let me put this to a song because right now emotionally I'm really going through. I'm on an emotional roller coaster right
Mm.
now, and I gotta let it be known through the
I get it.
lyrics.
Honestly, like I don't be liking to I don't think about it in the moment. Like if you do something to me in the moment, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna write about this. I'm gonna write a song about this. Like I don't
Right,
really do that. But like if I'm in a studio and I gotta start getting into like, I start thinking about a lot of things and it's like, hmm, I need to get this off my chest. Like I can't even get this other song out because this situation has me so tight. So let me
right,
just get this situation out real quick and let me get back to the song at hand. And
right,
that's usually how these things happen. And that's exactly what happened with NFS. Like I was signed to Cinematic and I was trying to create my album and just really heavy in the studio, like every day for
hmm,
hours though. Like I was going in the studio at 8 and I was leaving at 6 in the morning.
right,
So I was like heavy, heavy in there every day. And there's one particular day, um, me and my ex were like just like we were just like, and it was
crash.
like the way we're arguing and what we're arguing about, it doesn't make sense. Like you love me, I love you. I'm not a bad person. You're not a bad person. Like why are we going through this? Like what is all of this? Like what is all of this? So in that day, it kind of opened my mind to like this nigga playing with me. Like I'm not even about to play. Like I'm not even about to play with him no more. Like I don't got to explain that I love you. I don't got to explain none of that. Now you just playing with me and my character as a woman and as a person, and that's what we're not about to do. Like
Right.
don't let my emotions get you mixed up. Like don't do that. So that's where the song came from. Like I went in the booth. I didn't write nothing, and I just started like. I was like, yeah, he got a problem. I got a problem with the way he talking to me. Like every line was like every line was just like coming off the situation. Like, yeah, he's bugging, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and that's that. Now, did I ever expect to drop the song? No. Like, I finished it. Like, the song doesn't have a chorus. It don't have nothing. Like, it was really just a freestyle.
Right.
I was just trying to, like, just get everything
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I came out the booth. My engineer, my mom was looking at me like, "You good? Like, you all right?" I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, they like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit sound fire. I'm like, all right, play it back. Cause I really wasn't gonna listen to it because I was really like irritated. Like I
Right.
was mad.
Right.
So he played it back. I'm like, oh nah. Then I got to the part where I was like, I'm making moves and movies, cinematic on the groupies. I'm like, oh
That's the
shit. And from there, it was just like, oh no, I'm dropping this. Like,
yeah.
even if me and him end up on good terms or whatever, like, which we're not together.
Oh,
But
sucks
I
to
was
be
just
him.
like, no, I mean, we're actually like, we're really cool.
That's
And it
cool.
was good for me. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that song set off the moment where it was like, okay, you're 25 years old. You need to be by yourself. You need to get into your glow.
Hmm.
Um, not date really. I'm not really a big dater anyway. Like I'm not into the like dating scene. But like just chill, like
Right.
chill and tap into yourself. So putting that song out was actually really helpful for me and really good for me. And I like giving people the authentic, like I want you to hear it and I don't want you to be confuzzled about what you just heard. Like I want you to hear it, know what you just heard and feel it. Like, yep, I feel you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You're dead right. Like,
That's
and
dope.
Vina said she not letting nobody do X, Y, and Z. I'm not letting nobody do X, Y, and Z. And that's how I want people to feel when they hear my music. And NFS did that.
I love it. That's a
Thank
form
you.
of giving back my
Mm-hmm.
feelings
Yeah.
to whoever. I'm giving back. Speaking about giving back, let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
you. You really act. You give back to your community in a lot of
Yes.
ways. Talk about the ways that
Yes.
you give back.
Um, First of all, I really love being a New York girl and I love being a Harlem girl. And I just remember what I had and didn't have growing up within my community. Like I went to after school, I went to Lehman after school. I went to many places. I went to dance school, Millennium Dance School in Harlem. Like
Okay.
I just always had things to do growing up. Like even though I was outside with 10 boys all day, I was outside and I was lit. Like my bros was we would walk from, well, if anybody knows New York, we would walk from 110th and Madison to 139th and 8th Avenue for me to go to dance school in the summertime.
Wow.
Walking that is a very long walk, but that's where we
139th,
made our
yeah.
memories. That's where we made our memories, playing manhunt, playing tag, just doing stuff together. And for me, I just want kids to be able to have those things. So over the summer, my brother Fergie Baby and I, we did an event. It was a give back event for children, homeless people, for adults, just anybody who lost anything during the pandemic. And we gave away lots. When I say we had racks and racks of clothes, so many shoes, books. We
Oh,
had brand new books. We had some old books. We had brand new book bags. We had food, face painting, I'm trying to think, a bunch of games. We had a lot of stuff, haircuts, all kind of stuff.
mm-hmm.
And me and him, it was just me and him. We just did it and was like, all right, we're gonna put our bread together. People could donate if they want to. They could come bring toys if they want to. They could come bring clothes if they want to.
Wow.
And we'll sort through everything. And that's what we did. We did it without media. We did it without press. We did it without any of those things because you want people to, they're human. They're
Yes.
not, the cameras and TV and everything, that's our lifestyle. You're telling them that you want to help them, but you got a camera in their face.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Like it's just pointless
Thanks. Yeah.
off rip. Like
Yeah.
so we did the event and we were quiet about it and we enjoyed it and it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful event to just see kids who haven't there were kids who haven't showered in 2-3 days. There were adults who haven't eaten in like months. Like
Wow.
it's
Wow.
crazy the stories that you hear just by helping people and it makes you realize like, okay, I did this, but this is just a speck in what I could do because there's so many people who don't have all the things that I have. And it was a beautiful thing. And then from there we just continue to do so. Like whenever I give clothes away, I always bring them to churches now. I usually bring them to Salvation Army or like, you know, like homeless shelters.
Right.
But it kind of like clicked off in my head, like, okay, the LGBTQ community in New York City is like huge. The homeless rate for them is crazier. And a lot of them go to churches to get clothes. A lot of them go to the homeless shelter to get clothes. So I was like, okay, a lot of them do drag, a lot of them perform. Why not bring some of your clothes to the churches and to the homeless shelters for them? So I would see people outside and be like, yo, I just dropped some clothes off at the church on such and such, or at the homeless shelter and such and such. So it just becomes a reoccurring thing, like just always giving back. And it just becomes part of your, you know, daily routine. Like, all right, let me do something today. Like, let me give something to somebody today. Like, and that's just what I live by now.
I love that. I love that. I must say that's phenomenal. The giving
Thank
back
you.
part and reaching out and coming back. I love that. And not doing it in front of cameras. You're doing it
Mhm.
just from the heart. I don't need to have
Yeah.
the cameras on me to show people that I have a heart.
I feel like people forget that. I mean, of course, as musicians, you want everybody to know what you do and you want them to hear you and all of that. But the person, I won't say person, but we gotta please one soul. We gotta
That's right.
please God. And I feel like we get so wrapped up in wanting people to love us for what we do, we forget the main goal, which is to be accepted and loved and appreciated by our loved ones and for God to know our hearts. And I feel like that's my main thing. Like that's where I am in life. Like no matter what I decide to do, if I decide to stop doing music tomorrow and become a lawyer, if I decided that none of this was for me, if I decided to leave my entire family and just, go on a traveling spree, I feel like I would be good and I would be protected as long as God knew my heart and as long as I had a good one and as long as I just kept my morals intact. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Vina, we got some people in the queue that I didn't really pay attention to. Someone that says they're a huge fan of yours. They've been a fan since Drip.
Nice.
And I really want to say, people in the queue, I appreciate you guys for stopping in and sharing your comments. I mean, I think that's dope. I think that's super dope. I mean, Vina is definitely in the building. I know she appreciates it so much as she interacts with her fans on IG. I know she loves the fans. Mm-hmm. Before we sign off, Vina, talk to your fans. Talk to them. Let them know where they can get all the merch and what's up next and all these things. Talk to them.
So I am officially, finally opening my store. I went through the whole graphic design process and I made my website by myself. So it was a real challenge, but I finally got it and I'm in love with it. So
I love it too. I like the first cover image. I love it. It's a beautiful picture. I love that.
Thank you. I'm opening my store for the closet. The closet is about all my clothes. Like when I was growing up, we gave clothes to each other. Like throughout my cousins, every Black household, the clothes got to get passed down. Like we're not throwing nothing out. We're not doing none of that. Like this is what we're doing. Sharing is caring. And I just always watched my grandmother, she always had these big, crazy color furs in her closet and she would wear them once and I wouldn't see them for another 3 years. And then she'll wear another color once and never wear it again.
Right.
It was just, so the closet is basically made up of all the things I remember as a kid when it came to clothes, give back, give them away. Don't throw them away. Right. I wear a lot of my outfits at one time, like my grandmother. And rather than just throwing the clothes away and giving certain pieces away because a lot of them are custom, I would like to, give my supporters a chance to have them for themselves. Right. So they can buy the outfit, they can, now there's a lot of clothes I give away for free, but there's certain things that can't be given away for free because they were so excited. I mean, they were so expensive to get initially. So you do have to do the whole reselling thing, but that's what the store is. That's what it is. And everything is one of a kind. So it's why wouldn't you want to buy something like that? I'm never going to see this again.
Right.
It was Vina's. You can frame it, you can wear it, you can do whatever you want. Because I'm going to be a big deal. So I would definitely frame it. But it's a vibe. It's pictures of me, it's pictures by me, everything on there is me. So if you really tapped into what I'm doing and you really love what I'm doing and you love how I dress, you have an opportunity to dress that same way and, feel the vibe. So that's what the closet is about. And other than that, you can follow me on Instagram at VINA_LOVE. You can catch all my singles on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play, Spotify. And you can catch my videos on YouTube and WorldStar. I'm not crazy on TikTok, which I will be very soon. But like I said, Instagram is where you see everything. And just stay tuned for Love Talk, the album, and the Hood Marilyn Monroe tape, and my dad's album this Monday. Make sure you go tune into Uptown, watch the video, and please tune into Options about to release and the videos releasing. So turn my post notifications on Instagram so you can see all the vibes. And then if you want an insight to just my daily life and how much fun I have every day, you can just follow me on Instagram and watch my story. And that's that.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I must say, I want to thank you personally from Pep Talk Lavish Life Magazine for stopping by, Vina. We appreciate you. It's always a good vibe when you come through. We wish you nothing but success and luck in everything that you do. I'm D. Molay. This is another dope segment of Pep Talk. Vina Love was in the building, ladies and gentlemen. She stopped by.
Thank you so much.